Welcome to the 20th anniversary of the Las Vegas Book Festival. My name is Najea Asani. I'm a mother, I'm a poet. I help individuals get access to services that they need every single day. I'm really grateful for Nevada Humanities, and I'm thankful to Bobby Howell for this opportunity to share with you all my writing and poetry from pieces that I've written 5 years ago to now. It's beautiful how you can access writing and poetry as a safe space to understand your emotions and yourself deeper, to connect with your ancestors and who you are as an individual, and to connect with others. The first piece that I will be sharing with you all today is titled 2016. I wrote this poem in 2016 in a time where I was in a completely different environment. I was in another state. I was really dealing with some hard challenges of life and finishing up college and chasing my dreams and really just following that path of success that I saw for myself. I include a lot of imagery of the natural elements of life in this, and I also talk about different aspects of spirituality and how I relate to that and connect with that. 2016. As I recreate myself, redefine my definition of fear, in a place where I feel safe, a place where some learn to escape to. Highlight identification of this millennium. Safe spaces, uplifting faces, a millennium. Safe places, forgetting about time as we chase us and ourselves, our worth, ourselves through hurt, through love, through pain, revere. We are here, we hear you, this is true. As I proclaim that today is the day that I stop consuming poison and doom, I will not avoid this. My black body is of color, unified with the trees of one another. Riding the tales of back roads, exhaling destiny, melting within prophecy, writing only what our dreams can see. Utilizing new paint and impressive colored pencils, expressive hues outlining my mental, expressive hues blending color and water. When we live, we feel free. When we escape, we created a vibe so high floating on mountain ranges. When you live truly alive, you step out of your terrain. When I fly, I can see the scope beneath my seeds and ground grown free, the depth inside of me, a visionary. When I fly, I can see the scope beneath my seeds and ground grown free, the depth inside of me, a visionary. 2016. This poem has been published in the Beyond the Neon Poetry Anthology, curated by Ashley Vargas, aka Miss AV, and published by Zeitgeist Press. I am extremely grateful and excited to be featured in this anthology, along with many other beautifully talented, amazing Las Vegas poets. And this is the first anthology that I was published in. And this poem is something that I think about often and I still use in my, day-to-day life. Even if I wrote it 5 years ago, I still use it to help me, remind me that I am connected with nature. And there are different aspects of life that are always present and I can always be grateful for. This next piece is different than 2016. I wrote this in the middle of the pandemic, and it's about when you notice that other individuals discredit who you are and your name and what you do. I see that sometimes jealousy and envy and negative emotions can make individuals project onto other people, things that they're insecure about. And smear campaign it's shorter, it's a little jovial, and it was a way for me to transmute some negative energy that I was feeling and do that through poetry and engaging with writing. Smear campaign. What's that? You spreading lies about my name? You spreading lies about who I am and what I do. Ooh, you on a smear campaign. Your intentions are to hurt me, but you need my name in your mouth to fill you up. How does it taste? Sweet or salty? Are you getting full? Is it enough? I hope this smile finds you well. Grab a fork, eat it up. I'll be smiling all through the morning and even after lunch. I am patient, I am human, not perfect, and neither are you. So here's another smile for the heck of it. I love myself. Do you love you? Smear campaign. This poem is really fun for me because it definitely is reminiscent of that style of poetry of Emily Dickinson. As a kid, when I first started writing poetry at age 7, I was really inspired by Emily Dickinson and how you can just rhyme really simple words and create something that is reminiscent of your own emotions and your energy and what you're thinking about. A lot of Emily Dickinson's poetry is connected with nature, and she writes about some things that I don't immediately understand, and it reminds me that writing and poetry for the individual is something that they can express their own selves through that medium. And again, that's something that I really do appreciate and value. This next poem is different than Smear Campaign. I love how in my writing I'm able to access different parts of myself and write in different styles. This next poem is inspired by hip hop and rap. And some people say that poetry is the mother of music. So I love how I can write and engage with different genres and write poetry that in the presentation of it sometimes develops into a more musical flowetry style. This poem is titled Self-Care. I am reclaiming my power. There's been too much time spent being sour. You say your feelings are fact and truth. You feel how you feel, go on, do you. I got a force field around my vessel, protecting a life I carry. It's so special. When a clock turns back, I am protected always. Ancestors in Orisha got me centered. Clear view of my being, they know what's best for me. Why I gotta be in tune with the frequencies. Why I gotta connect with these beings I see, open the gates and express to give selflessly, but myself I see through these visions or three. Through the troubles and mountains moved over the river streams. I am fluid, I am cooling, but when I get hot, I let the blood boil out. Sit under the moon and reflect on the earth's turmoil out. Sit and surrender on my truest potential. Let the blood flows, the wind blows, realigning myself with the new growth. You might just throw me all your pain, show I'm projecting. You might just see it as a normal lane though, and it's okay, because what I'll do is ride another path. And when I ask why there's bumps, ridges, and curves in the road, I'm still grateful for what I deserve. I stay faithful to the earth's word. I stay patient for I have worth. Let it out when I've hurt. I'll scream and shout and let myself feel vulnerable. It won't be easy, gotta feel some pain to grow. It won't be easy to learn what needs to be known, but truth be told, clear the channels for me to hear vividly, the messages that'll send me vivid dreams, the messages to guide what's healing me. I'll spend some money to preserve my energy and save some dough to nourish life in me. I gotta balance and make sacrifices for what I value and believe in. But you know, on my page, we ain't friends. You worried about time, but when do you begin? You see that illusion in your reflection, or is that something else you learn to manipulate? I can't spare hate, but at times when I do recognize them demons internal, what is truly of concern is to blame other people in the whole world for my problems. Ask God in them what lesson am I needing to learn? How this situation got me to what I deserve. Self-care. The duality of poetry and music is so beautiful to me. And again, some people saying that poetry is the mother of music is something that I really appreciate. And this new journey that I have embarked in during the pandemic, I had my first child, and now I'm expecting baby number 2, and it's such a beautiful time to really dive into the creative aspects of my life. This next poem is a reflection of my closest relationships that I've developed and have seen strengthen from the pandemic, and it's titled The Homie. So I came to the realization that I have friends that aren't blood relatives, but they're extremely close to me, and I'm extremely grateful for their, influence in my life and their support. So I call them homies, the homie. This poem is to honor the homie and to show to other individuals that there is this reality and possibility and chance of having other beings and people around you that support you. I do have faith in that, and there's been times during the pandemic and other challenging times of my life where I was really lonely, but I did have that, reminder in myself and understanding that there are people there for me, that, even if I can't see them, there's people watching out for me. I am very spiritually connected with my ancestors, so I see that connection helps uplift me in times when I'm lonely and I'm sad and in need and experiencing those challenges that life may bring. The homie. Small banter, big homie. They hold me down, help me stay grounded when I feel slighted or in flight mode. They know me. She thanks me for being a safe space. And really, whole time she is a safe place. She could be telling all her friends the same thing, and it's cool. For real. I appreciate the tribe I'm in. They see the world recognizing each of its facets and what things are composed of. The homie is explorative, relaxed in creating, transmuting riffs on different healing trips, taking advantage of the challenges when encountered with ego trips of prideful people projecting all of their pain from lack of love from their childhoods, ego trips of people who resemble myself and of the opposite, who project all their pain onto others from lack of love from their mothers. The homie reminds me not that I can be blinded, but to look all around me and be patient. Keep doing what I'm doing, because what it is that I'm doing is enough. I tell the homie she's cool. Say what? She say, you cool, you know what's up. In moments of discontent or worry, I accept and love me as I am. I recognize the tools I can use to build if I'm still in the trenches. Or I'll go back and pick up a book I read some years back and read it again. Make my inner child my new best friend, because she always has been to my past self and my future self and self of the present. The homie's success inspires me to do my best, but her success is our success. She says, I say, I'm not used to having positive, productive friendships. They send me back to when I'd sit in my closet on my little Nokia phone trying to come up with a lie to tell my mom to go hang out with the cool girls. But no, in this new world, I'm the cool girl, and my homies reflect the light that's within me. For the little girl who came from a broken family into a world of dysfunction, you will one day find your soul tribe, connect deeper with your sisters and brothers. You will find self-compassion because love is infinite, reciprocal. You learn to replenish the love you give off, and the homie will remind you that the ground you trek on is fertile. And the seeds you sow, as long as you nourish yourself with water, patience, sunlight, they'll grow. It's inevitable. Change and growth, and soon you will know the meaning behind that parable. This life you live is full of love and light, but let's get real. I know you see the pain. I know sometimes your heart hurts and you think at least you're able to taste the salt from the years of abuse and confusion dripping down on your face. I know sometimes you feel so alone on this realm, in this place, but the homie feels it too. They says chill, lay back, and feel the wind, the music, and the humor. The homie understands how humor is that special kind of medicine, the natural joys and excitements of life. See, there ain't no room for jealousy, but when it comes, it's an ebb and flow. When that anger creeps up and your emotions want to explode, it's all an ebb and flow. Bring your heart to the earth and feel it thumping, a beat in the breeze of the greenery and the heat shining down into your melanin, into your bones, and you rise up into the knowing and dance to the rhythm with your family as you move your feet, because whether you know it or not, you got homies you can't see. It's more than physical. They protect you by any means. You will travel to see new places and faces, upload and create your favorite things. Your heart will be elated, the high vibrations to keep your vision clean. You'll sleep a peaceful sleep and wake up in your dream. I believe in you and in me. Thankful for the homie, the family, what you want to call her, what you want to call him, what you want to call them. I say, the homie. I love this poem. This poem really gives me that complete sense of understanding and knowing that I am never truly alone. We have times when we can feel lonely and those negative emotions and feelings, and it's best to understand them when they come. That reference of ebb and flow is really important, and I want other people in the audience to understand that these feelings and emotions and situations and stresses and worries and challenges, they all are part of life, and life has so much joy and excitement and love and happiness present as well, along with all of that. The final poem that I have is actually untitled. I wrote this in 2019, and this is definitely a piece where I see myself going back, adding a title, just looking at it with a new perspective based on everything that's transpired and everything I've grown through since 2019. Super new things, super new me. They say time heals wounds, wounds hurt and they cut deep. I'll keep digging as I'm grounded within the earth where I'm a part to find myself surrounded in love that's been forgotten. Over rivers of what is rotten, let's be careful, don't trip or fall. If you do, just have a ball or have a sphere or cry with your neck stiff and tall. Let the waves wash through you with acceptance, feel it moving. You are movement, you are energy, you are human. We are one. Time has long gone and we've begun. My mind has been growing, I'm still young. I am breathing, seeing in a state of silence, chest expanded. I am fearless, vulnerable, allowing myself to submit to soul growth, patiently waiting for only what the universe knows. I can create visions of images I can only imagine. Let me occupy space that is magical. Let me be watered down in self-compassion. In this time where I'll be healed, just make space for me to breathe and feel. This poem definitely reminds me that meditation and having that time of just being silent, being with yourself in nature is so important, especially in these times. The pandemic happened and a lot of people didn't expect that. So I would like for this audience and for people to really look at how they're treating themselves and to know that you should love yourself, and loving yourself is the key. Loving yourself truly is a key. And remember that. Thank you so much, Nevada Humanities and Bobby Howell, Ashley Vargas, for this opportunity to share my poetry and my writing and my art with all of you.